We are approaching Socrates Academy. This is a kindergarten through 8th grade school. It is a public charter school, and it is funded partially by North Carolina, and then the other funding that they need is received through private donations through their fundraising and through their foundations. Now, this is a kindergarten through 8th grade school. It opened its doors in 2005 with 61 kindergarten and first graders. It is an open campus. They have separate buildings for their grades. This is their middle school building. They have their 5th grade and 4th grade building, their kindergarten and 3rd grade building, and then their 1st and 2nd grade building. They operate a little differently with the policies. They do not have buses to bring their children in. Children that come to this public charter school either come through carpool, or if they live within a mile of the school, then they can walk. As far as the different policies go, they do not have a cafeteria like a regular public school in CMS would. They don't have the typical kind of not so good school lunches. Their parents can go online on their Socrates website, and they can actually order the night before a hot lunch for their child, and then they cater it in through local businesses. So when I came here the other day, the kids had Socrates for lunch, and they have the option of Chick-fil-A, Show Mars, Great Wall, just Chinese food, Panera Bread, and certain things like that. So they operate a little differently. They have a board of trustees for their school, and they do not have a math facilitator, a literacy facilitator. They don't have that additional support that public schools have, that we're seeing a lot of. They don't have a technology administrator, that's over the whole technology thing. Their technology here at the school is very limited. They do have laptop carts, but they don't have dot cams. They do have projectors. The teachers here, they have older laptops, and a lot of what you see in the CMS public schools are the iPads, the MacBooks, things like that. These students don't have those, but they're still on grade level, and they do have that technology support when they need it. The math curriculum that they have is the Singapore math curriculum. This school, its name is Socrates Academy, which is a Greek name, and as you can see from this middle school building, they have the Grecian architecture with the columns. Kind of reminds me of pictures I've seen in Athens and places like that. So they rely heavily on the Socratic method, learning through inquiry, asking questions, students asking questions, teachers asking questions instead of just giving them an answer. So this school was founded by 5 families, and from what I've been told, those families still attend Socrates. Their students still attend here. So we are pulling out of the parking lot, and we are going to take a look at the surrounding community for Socrates. So as you can see, there are a lot of neighborhoods surrounding Socrates. We're currently in South Charlotte, a little ways off of Providence Road. There are a lot of neighborhoods, and if children lived in these neighborhoods and they attended Socrates, and they could walk because they live within a mile of their school. And it looks like some relatively new developments. So what I can tell from the houses that are around and things like that, that this is an up-and-coming neighborhood and area of Charlotte. And Socrates is only about 9 years old, so relatively new. Their middle school building was built about 2 years ago, and they were able to use it 2 years ago. So we're coming up on one of the main intersections, and to my right is a lot of some local shopping that they can do. There's Publix, T-Mobile, Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins, a lot of restaurants, so a lot of development that has taken place. Off to the left is Bank of America, there's Subway, there's a nail salon, just your typical shopping places. So because Socrates is a public charter school, they don't have any Title I status. They're honor school of excellence. Their first year of operation, they were a school of distinction, and the following years after that, they've been an honor school of excellence every year for North Carolina. So they don't receive any additional funding for free and reduced lunch because they don't have the typical lunch program. So based off of my experiences in the public schools that I've been in for my clinicals, and then coming to Socrates, it's a completely different atmosphere for the children and for the teachers. The teachers don't have the same amount of testing that teachers in CMS school system have. So it's very different. And I have just loved the experience that I've gotten so far. To the right is Hellenic Park, and I've just loved every moment that I've had at Socrates. It's been a very positive experience so far, and I'm really looking forward to the IMB